Արյուր անուն պաստար 1900-ից 5900 դրամով իդեալ համակարգի խանութ սրահներում
Higher pressure Erdogan! Higher pressure Aliyev! We demand justice! We demand justice! We demand justice!
Reparations now! What do we want? What do we want it? What do we want? What do we want it? What do we want? What do we want it? Turkish denial will put you on trial.
Turkish denial will put you on trial.
Turkey is guilty of genocide.
Turkey is guilty of genocide.
Erdogan must be gone.
Erdogan must be gone.
Turkey, admit your guilt.
Turkey, admit your guilt.
Azerbaijan, admit your guilt.
Azerbaijan, admit your guilt.
Stop Azeri aggression.
Stop Azeri aggression.
Stop Turkish aggression.
Stop Turkish aggression.
Turkish youth, learn the truth.
Turkish youth, learn the truth.
Azeri youth, learn the truth.
Azeri youth, learn the truth.
We demand justice.
We demand justice.
We demand justice.
We demand justice.
Armenia wants peace. Azerbaijan wants war.
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 Artsakh is Armenia.
Artsakh is Armenia.
We will never forget.
We will never forget.
We remember Mush.
We remember Bush.
We remember Van.
We remember Van.
We remember Erzurum.
We remember Erzurum.
We remember Eastern Armenia. Eastern Turkey is Western Armenia. Armenia wants peace. Aliyev wants war.
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 Shame on Erdogan.
Shame on Erdogan.
Shame on Aliyev.
Shame on Aliyev.
Shame on Turkey.
Shame on Turkey.
Shame on Azerbaijan.
Shame on Azerbaijan.
Turkey run. Turkey hide. Turkey is guilty of genocide.
Turkey run. Turkey hide. Turkey is guilty of genocide.
Biden pressure Turkey.
Biden pressure Turkey.
Biden pressure Turkey.
Biden pressure Turkey.
Biden pressure Erdogan.
Biden pressure Erdogan.
Biden pressure Erdogan.
Biden pressure Erdogan.
Biden pressure Aliyev.
Biden pressure Aliyev.
Biden pressure Azerbaijan.
Biden pressure Azerbaijan.
Genocide denied and genocide continued.
Genocide denied. Genocide continued.
Reparations now.
Reparations now.
What do we want?
Justice.
What do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
What do we want it?
Now.
Don't deny, rectify.
Don't deny. Rectify.
Assad, Assad, Miyazyan.
Assad, Allah, Miyazyan.
Assad, Assad, Miyazyan.
Assad, Allah, Miyazyan.
Assad, Assad, Miyazyan.
Assad, Allah, Miyazyan.
Turkish put you on trial.
Turkish denial will put you on trial.
Turkey is guilty of genocide.
Turkey is guilty of genocide.
Turkey run, Turkey hide. Turkey is guilty of genocide.
Turkey run, Turkey hide. Turkey is guilty of genocide.
Erdogan must be gone.
Erdogan must be gone.
Turkey, admit your guilt.
Turkey, admit your guilt.
Azerbaijan, admit your guilt.
Azerbaijan, admit your guilt.
Stop Azeri aggression.
Stop Azeri aggression.
Stop Turkish aggression.
Stop Turkish aggression.
Stop Azeri aggression.
Stop Azeri aggression.
Stop Turkish aggression.
Stop Turkish aggression.
We demand justice.
We demand justice.
Artsakh is Armenia.
Artsakh is Armenia.
We will never forget.
We will never forget.
Biden pressure Turkey.
Biden pressure Turkey.
Biden pressure Erdogan.
Biden pressure Erdogan.
Biden pressure Aliyev.
Biden pressure Aliyev.
Biden pressure Azerbaijan.
Biden pressure Azerbaijan.
Turkey run, Turkey hide. Turkey is guilty of genocide.
Turkey run, Turkey hide. Turkey is guilty of genocide.
Shame on Turkey.
Shame on Turkey.
Shame on Azerbaijan.
Shame on Azerbaijan.
Shame on Erdogan.
Shame on Erdogan.
Shame on Aliyev.
Shame on Aliyev.
We will never forget.
We will never forget.
We demand justice.
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 Biden, Artsakh is Armenia.
Biden Artsakh is Armenia.
Biden, Artsakh is Armenia.
Biden Artsakh is Armenia.
We demand justice.
We demand justice.
Biden pressure Turkey.
Biden pressure Turkey.
Biden pressure Erdogan.
Biden pressure Erdogan.
Biden pressure Aliyev.
Biden pressure Aliyev.
Biden pressure Azerbaijan.
Biden pressure Azerbaijan.
Genocide denied and genocide continue.
Genocide denied. Genocide continue.
Sireli Harinagitsner, good evening. Thank you for joining us today to protest the atrocities committed against our people beginning 108 years ago and continue throughout today. On this April 24th, Azerbaijan's 134-day brutal blockade of Artsakh continues. President Biden today honored the memory of the 1.5 million of Armenians who perished to 1923. But with recognition comes responsibility. The responsibility to ensure that a second genocide does not take place in Artsakh. His silence regarding Azerbaijan's genocidal actions in today's statement was deafening. We brought our march from the Azerbaijani embassy to the Turkish ambassador's residence at Sheridan Circle to the White House to send a powerful message to President Biden that action is necessary today to prevent the next genocide. Concrete action, including cutting all military aid to Azerbaijan, sanctioning the Aliyev and Erdogan regimes, and sending life-saving humanitarian aid to the people of Artsakh. I would now like to invite Armenian Youth Federation, Youth Organization of the Armenian Revolutionary Federation, Central Executive Member Arani Margosyan to say a few words.
Thank you. At the end of our lives, if we are lucky enough to lay back on our deathbeds and steal a moment of reflection, we may come to the conclusion that the meaning of each of our lives is the sum of our choices. The good and the terrible, the devastating and the marvelous. Every one of us here made a choice today, whether it was to take the day off or leave work early or skip school, to show up here to commemorate the 108th anniversary of the Armenian genocide. This isn't new. I'm sure none of us here are here for the first time, and we will be here next year and the years after that. But this commemoration has taken on a different meaning since 2020. Our chants have evolved from 1915 never again to stop a second Armenian genocide. In 2020, we once again lost a generation of young Armenians martyred in the defense of our homeland. And since then, we've only witnessed greater incessant violence. Being Armenian is not easy, and it's not a given. It's a choice we have to make every day in every aspect of our lives. On weekends, do we sleep in or go to Sunday school? At home, do we speak Armenian? If we don't speak, how much effort do we or are we willing to put into learning Armenian? Do we eat our foods, listen to Armenian music, learn Armenian history? The choices we must make to be and keep being Armenian are endless. And it does not stop in the mere beingness of our Armenian. We then have to fight to be. We have to fight to choose to advocate for Armenia and for Armenians. We have to fight for recognition, fight for existence, fight for justice. This second aspect, the fight for our existence, has become increasingly harder, yet exponentially more important since 2020. The war did not end in 44 days. Azerbaijan has not shied away from continued aggression, boasting publicly of the mutilation and murder of Armenians. For the past 2.5 years, Azerbaijan has made the state of war appear to be the default state of Armenia. They have normalized their aggression in an attempt to desensitize Armenians into indifference. And with a traitorous government handing the enemy our lands along with other needless concessions, our fight for existence and justice may feel futile. It is not the time to fall into a stupor of hopeless apathy. We knew in 2021, when Biden first recognized the Armenian genocide, that our work was far from over, and the past 2.5 years have demonstrated just that. Yet again, Biden's statement this year rang empty of actionable steps for the US government to take against the ethnic cleansing of Artsakh. Words mean nothing without actions that back them. We must continue to put pressure on Biden to enforce Section 907 of the Freedom Support Act to stop all arms and aid to Azerbaijan. Each one of us must call our representatives to support HRES 108, calling for sanctions against Azerbaijan, aid to Artsakh, and an international investigation of Azeri war crimes. These are the actions that every one of us can take, but there is so much more. This is a call to arms. I call on every one of us here to summon the strength in every cell of your being to keep choosing Armenia. This will look different from person to person. For one person, it may mean making more of an effort to send their children to Armenian school. For another, it may mean creating a new sound of Armenian music or reviving the melodies of our folklore. For some others, it may mean repatriation. Whatever it means, however it manifests, choose Armenia. Our lives, our mere existence is in itself a great act of rebellion against the attempted annihilation Armenians face, both past and present. But in living without intention, without purposeful choice, we lose control of our narrative. Our 1.5 million ancestors were not massacred only for us to choose the path of least resistance. Over 5,000 brave Armenians tonight sacrificed their lives in the defense of our homeland in 2020 for us to give up Artsakh. 120,000 Armenians are not facing their 134th day in blockade only for us to turn our backs on them. While our history is punctuated by violence and catastrophe, our story is not a tragedy. I know this because I'm a writer of that story, as are you, as are our brothers and sisters in Artsakh and Armenia, as are all Armenians around the world. Our story is not a tragedy. Our story is an epic, a valiant, heroic journey. Let us choose Armenia until the last breath we take. Perhaps the sum of our collective choices will realize a free, independent, and united Armenia. Thank you.
Thank you, Angeri Arani. With us today are students from the Ferayan Armenian School. and it is my pleasure to introduce these members of our youth who continue to keep our culture alive by immersing themselves within it every day. I would like to invite them to sing Hayorti.
Citizens, we're all going to move back to the sidewalk here. The Secret Service needs this street cleared. And we'll continue our program on the sidewalk over here in Lafayette.
Actually, probably on. We got more speakers and stuff.
Everyone, please gather around as we continue our program here. Please gather around.
Thank you to the youth for singing their rendition of Hayartik. I would now like to introduce AYF Washington DC 7 Junior Chapter Member and Homenaman DC Scout Victoria Penenyan to recite the poem Mibur Artsakh by Vahar Davitian.
Artsakh Աշխարհի համար մի փշուրով ես լավ եւ սակայն մեզ համար հսկա սողասեղան ու դե հնար լիներ գայծակները խաչել ես զոհերիս վրա կվարեի խաչերն այդ հրեղեն ու դե հնար լիներ հարթակողի ջամփան ոլորել ու թարցնել հսկա ծաղկեբսակ ես զոհերիս վրա գտնեի բսակն այդ արսունքով որ աշխարհին արար դեսանելին իներ ուրեմն զարգ Արցախ զարգ իմ զարմանալիք չկա ուրիշ հնար եւ ուրիշ ելք չկա քանզի ոսողը քո այդ քոչվորը վայրի այդ լեզուն է միան որ հասկանում ճշտի եւ այ լեզվից ելով որ փոխվում է գրքին ու ջաբահար հորի երեք մահաբարյալ քնթեր Վեր հարցասեք բույց, սրբեր թղավորուս, որ թարնայիք, պիտի նախաբերներն ասլից, սագայն նվաղ, հարցակ նհադավներ, վեր հարցասիր, քաչըտ, որ հենց այս նույն բահին, մի պուրվով ես արեր չմացկվող ծերքով, որ հավիդյան բահես, որ ունցկի մեջ, քո գուր, վեր հարցասիր, ելիր, Քանցի մոդ է թվում, ինձ այն ժամը վերին, երբ իմ հայոց հողի, խորին խորուն վար, պիտի քայլի ասված, և որոդով ահեղ լույս եղիցի։ Ուրեմն զարգ Արցախ, զարգ իմ զարմանալի, չգա ուրիշ հնար և ուրիշ ճար չգա, զարգ թեր ու հավադա, որ արշալույսն այդ մեծ, Սրից այրին է քո, իսկ քո հողը մի պուր, քո քարագոպ ու գուր բռունցքի մեջ։
Thank you, Angeru Victoria. At this time, I would like to invite Derdhar Sarkis Aktabukian to lead us in prayer.
I got it. Պահբանի չեմ վերջ, պիտի երկենք հայրները բոլորս միացայն։ Հանուն հոր և որդվո և ոգուն սրբո, ամեն։ Պահբանիչ և ույս հավադացելոց Քրիստոս աստված մեր, բահյա, բահբանյա և օրնյա, զասկսայոց, ի Հայաստան, ի Արցախ և սպիրս աշխարի, և համայն ցուցարարկս, Ընթովանյալ սուրպ և բատվագան խաչիկոյի խաղաղության, պրգյա, ազատյա, հերևելի և աներևույթ թշնամբույն, արժանավորյա քողության պարավորելս կեզ ընթոր և ընթոպույթ սրպո, այժմ և միշտ և հավիդյանս հավիդենից ամեն, օրնյալ դեր մեր Իսուս Քրիստոս, ամեն, հայր մեր, զորություն եւ փառք հավիտյանս ամեն։
Thank you, Terhai. I would now also like to invite two AYF Washington, D.C. ANI senior chapter members, Engeruis Alexandra and Lilia Yaralian, to lead us in singing Gilikya. Thank you, Engeruine. I would once again like to thank you all for joining us here today, for standing strong for Artsakh, Western Armenia, Eastern Armenia, Jabach, and Nakhichevan. We best honor the memory of 1.5 million victims of the Armenian genocide by ensuring that we take action to prevent another genocide in Artsakh. So please visit anca.org/blockade to contact your legislators to cut all military aid to Azerbaijan and send immediate assistance to Artsakh. As we finish up our event, please help us load signs and flags into our van for transport, and please begin heading back to the buses to go back to Surbkhach. Thank you, everybody.